She always had such a positive energy about her, and she was always really honest and open.
She really cared that everyone in her class felt included.
She made everyone feel like valued and special, and I think that's really, really unique.
She really believed in people on a deep level and would empower them to stand up and be leaders.
It's really nice to have a teacher who just really cared about her students.
She was also very intentional about kind of like doing the right thing. Like a lot of our conversations were about like injustice or just like processing things that were going on in our lives, and she was not only supportive but like very encouraging to me to do the right thing, or how to approach things kind of like in the most compassionate way possible.
I just remember her as an advocate. Like, she was constantly advocating for me as, you know, one of very few Black women in the school, and she just constantly put such a huge priority on making sure that I felt valued and important in whatever role she had me in. And I also just remember her specifically like uplifting people who aren't really traditionally given the chance to be put in the spotlight, especially like, you know, a lot of the time as a girl in class, like girls often, you know, our opinions often get overlooked and overshadowed, and I felt as though she made it such a huge point to continue to encourage us and to continue to make sure that we felt important.
I definitely think of her as a role model, as a really amazing teacher, a passionate teacher, and I also really appreciated her involvement with the GSA. She left some really big shoes to fill for that, and just general passion when it came to teaching and every aspect of it.
I would say that she was one of the most supportive people I've known, both personally and professionally. She was really caring in terms of like what was going on with problems of practice at school, with what was going on with her students, with what was going on in, you know, like I could text her and say, hey, I did this run and I made it through, and she would always be really supportive of both like what you do here at school and what you did outside.
So one of the things I really loved about her was all the wealth of life experience that she brought with her to school and as a colleague and as a friend.
And I could tell from the time that she was not only very accomplished, but she was also very modest. She had an extensive resume, of course, but we also noticed in the interview that, you know, she didn't really focus as much on the stuff on the paper, but it was very clear that she had a real passion for working with kids and journalism and social justice.
When I think of Miss Patton, I think about the fact that she would always speak truthfully and honestly and courageously. And so that's what I try to do when I think about her, to say the thing that needs to be said because it's the right thing to say.